It's Edinburgh, it's Hogmanay, the massive New Year's Eve festival. The Scottish capital is braced for one of the biggest celebrations in Europe. And while the people party, the city's CCTV cameras are keeping an eye on them. Most are here to have a good time, but there's always someone who wants to spoil the party.
No.
Lothian and Borders Police are at full stretch over the holiday. They'll need the help of all the city's 185 CCTV cameras when it all kicks off. And while the city celebrates, the police pick up the pieces.
I know you fucking money!
If you happen to be in Edinburgh for Hogmanay, you'll be enjoying one of the world's greatest New Year celebrations. But if you're misbehaving, watch out, someone's watching you. When it comes to New Year's Eve, not many cities put on a show like Edinburgh. The Hogmanay celebration is a 4-day festival of colourful parades, live bands and a huge firework display. They come from far and wide to celebrate in the city. It's just one big street party. This sort of party needs planning. Chief Inspector Kevin Murray is the Lothian Police's very own party planner.
For a commander out on the ground, where you have 100,000 people about, it's massive. You know, it really is significant. Planning for Hogmanay effectively starts. One event finishes and then you start again.
CCTV control is in the heart of the city. It's run by Edinburgh Council. Day and night, 5 camera operators monitor 66 screens, alerting police at the first sign of trouble. First day of the Hogmanay holiday, and the Winter Wonderland Fairground is attracting the kids like moths to a lamp.
You're not getting in. You're not getting in. Because you've caused bother in it.
The first job for the police is a familiar one, parting kids from any booze they shouldn't be getting hold of in the first place.
Go ahead, submit.
CCTV has its part to play, spotting the underage drinkers before they can get into trouble. The operator here is Derek, known to everyone as Del.
But it's just a case of trying to nip it in the bud rather than let the kids get drunk and then deal with it. After the fact, they try and stop them being able to have access to alcohol and then getting drunk and causing problems and having to clear up the mess later.
Del's soon off the mark. He's spotted some young girls acting suspiciously, and he thinks he can see how they're getting the stuff.
I think these young girls have just got one of the beggars to go and buy them alcohol. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'll just need to see what happens.
It pans out just as he thought. With the dodgy exchange captured on camera, Del calls in units on the ground.
CCTV receive, go ahead. 3 young females have approached one of the beggars just outside the Scotland on Lothian Road, giving him cash, and he's went into the Scotland and purchased alcohol for them.
The police move in quickly while Del keeps track of the girls on screen.
For your information, the females are just continuing down Lothian Road at the moment, nearly at the foot, just at the Caledonian Hotel.
Hi guys, how you doing? Bit chilly tonight. You do me a wee favour and just don't have any more to drink while I'm standing here, okay? Just that's okay, you can have your coffee, but I'd appreciate if you just left the bevy just now. Right, we're just a wee bit concerned. CCTV have reported that they've seen you going into the shop here and possibly buying alcohol for some children, okay? From Charlie 44.
Can you just confirm which one of the 2 in front of us it was?
Yeah, it was the guy with the woolly hat on that you're speaking to just at the moment.
Do you have any open containers of alcohol there? Let's have a look at that. Is that open? What's in that? That's cider, right. What we're going to do is, okay, because you can't drink alcohol on the streets of Edinburgh in antisocial circumstances where there's antisocial behaviour, and that's what this report is, buying alcohol for children, that's antisocial behaviour, okay? Now what I'm going to ask you to do to cooperate with me is to empty these open containers out just into the gutter, okay? Quite happy with that?
These cops ditch the man's own booze, and another unit intercepts the girls, 2 of whom turn out to be only 15. They're relieved of a large bottle of cider and 2 bottles of Lambrini.
I bought them a bottle of cider and I got some change, which is what I'm trying to do, is earn a bit of change. I'm not robbing anyone really. Alright, I maybe shouldn't have bought underage people alcohol.
Okay, that's
but
perfect. Now I need to speak to this chap
everyone
a little bit
does
longer,
it.
so can I ask you to take your things?
I done it when I was young, so...
At first, it seems he's in luck. The police have caught the party spirit.
So if this happens again, you'll be arrested, okay?
Alright, aye.
So if you can get your things up
Right.
and head off somewhere else.
Aye, right, no bother man. Right, cheers. Happy New Year.
Okay, that's okay.
Well, almost. It wasn't quite so happy. He ended up with 3 fines, after all. Coming up, as the new year approaches, friendships are broken.
Aye, fuck off, fucking...
Tempers are lost.
Fuck you fucking pricks!
Calm down.
And the knives are out.
No, he's got a machete. Jesus Christ.
Day 2 of the Hogmanay Festival, and thousands are lining the streets for the world-famous Torchlight Parade. The city centre is packed with party revellers. In the CCTV control room, it's what's happening on the outskirts of the city that's caught the attention of operator Izzy.
There's a group of youths at Pennywell, out of Edinburgh area, out at Pennywell Road, and one of them is supposed to be bleeding from the head. So I'm just trying to get a picture to see if I have got a crowd. Oh, there it goes, a fight. There's a female and a male fighting at the shops. They're all just standing outside a stair, shouting and bawling.
But as Izzy watches, the dispute takes a nasty turn. A girl suddenly pulls out a concealed weapon.
Oh, she's just hit him with something with like a belt or an iron bar-like type thing. Rather so, Oh, they're kicking into him now.
The mob turns on their victim while Izzy calls up a police response. The group scatter when they hear the police sirens.
A few of them moving away.
The Iron Maiden hides her weapon, but she won't get away.
She's got the weapon. And it's like an iron bar or a kosh type thing. They've just passed her. The police have passed her because they're going to the fight and they're trying to shout on to go to get her as she's the one with the weapon.
Guided by the cameras, the police know exactly who they're after.
They've got her now. That's her put her hands up. That's her getting told to stretch out. They've got her across the car. It's in their back pocket. There it's, it's some bar type thing. I don't know what it is. The police have got the bar. It's like a bar or a bit pole.
It's an early end to the Hogmanay celebrations for this girl. Back in the town centre, the Torchlight Parade ends with a giant bonfire. It symbolises the burning of a Viking ship. while nearby a couple of men engage in another favourite Viking pastime, a good punch-up.
It's a fight. Two males fighting at a taxi rank just up the street here. We're literally just going off just now.
The CCTV operators have been alerted by a taxi rank controller.
Report from the taxi marshals that there's two males fighting and they're throwing punches at each other. The taxi marshals they're quite good as well as looking after the ranks. They will keep us informed about anything that's going on round about.
The two men have already got a small audience, and when the police arrive, they keep fighting.
One of them's got a sore face. That's officers taking one chap down to the ground.
The police first restrain them, then try and find out what it's about.
The two of them were fighting as we arrived. As I got out the vehicle to intervene, he's punched him, and then as I'm walking across the pavement, he clearly sees me and he takes a big swing at him and punches him straight to the head again, which I had to take immediate action, wrestle him straight to the ground and arrest him.
It turns out these two are no strangers, but their friendship's not exactly blossoming.
So is he your friend then, is he? The guy that you've been fighting with? Used to be.
I'm sure he's not now.
Right, okay.
I'm so ashamed of myself.
Despite his injuries, this man doesn't want to press charges. That doesn't stop his one-time friend from taking an unwanted trip to the police station. This incident seems pretty straightforward, but sometimes that isn't the case. And that's where CCTV comes into its own.
You okay now?
Take this row outside a nightclub. Both the would-be partygoers and the bouncers claim the other side assaulted them.
Physically assaulted us out the queue, which everyone...
The police can't work out who's to blame. And this time, the fixed CCTV cameras are looking elsewhere. But luckily for the officers on the spot, a mobile CCTV van has been stationed just 100 yards away.
Hello, Inspector Johnston.
A senior officer, Inspector Bruce Johnston, can look back at the pictures with the help of an operator inside the van.
Spray it from there. Something in here. So at first he's trying to restrain them and just to lead them out.
They've been refused because they've had too much to drink.
Yeah.
And they've obviously threatened the door staff. Can you go back again?
It becomes clear that it was the men refused entry who assaulted the bouncer.
Yes, both of the males that have been refused by the door staff and when being pushed away have assaulted two members of the door staff and threatened them. So be happy for both to be detained for assault.
It shows the advantage of having a mobile CCTV camera out because it's been situated at the end of the road. We've managed to capture a lot of this on the CCTV, so we can review that, look at the evidence, and thereafter charge these men if required. But the main thing at the moment is we've got them off the street just now. There'll be no more fighting and no more disturbance.
After this, two men were convicted of assault and given £40 on-the-spot fines. The two fighting friends were both arrested and charged with breach of the peace, but no further action was taken. And the Iron Maiden got a £300 fine after pleading guilty to possessing an offensive weapon. CCTV operators work 8-hour shifts. There are a lot of screens to monitor, so they can't let their attention slip.
When it's a weekend night like this, it can be very, very busy. There's lots of people on the street, there's lots of things to look at. Kind of hard to keep your focus.
Sheena's been doing this for 2 years. She doesn't miss much.
Different every day. You don't know what you're coming into. And when you do come in, you generally, if you're a nosy person, this is a good job for you.
There's plenty to be nosy about tonight.
Come on. No.
The booze is taking its toll, and this pair seems determined to get banged up.
You're under arrest. Another van outside Lab Ignite. We've got one male arrested for assault, another male arrested for obstruction. Both have resisted arrest.
Hi, calm it.
Go ahead, Porky.
We've received a call just from a couple of officers that are trying to detain a male. Unfortunately, he's started being quite aggressive with the officers. So we're just monitoring them for their own safety and also so the controllers can monitor it, and if they need to send more resources, they can.
Let's take him to ground.
The cops have got their work cut out keeping this punter quiet. His friend takes a more detached view of proceedings.
But no, it was my friend who got involved in something and I just tried to help him, that was all.
Fuck off, you fucking pricks!
Although it's not quite how the police see it.
You fucking dick!
His associate was being spoken to by door staff and right in front of us. The other male tried to headbutt a member of door staff, and as we tried to arrest the other male, this individual was pulling away from us and preventing us from effecting that arrest. So one male's been arrested for assault, and this individual's been arrested for obstructing us and resisting arrest.
This man really won't come quietly, and tougher measures are needed. He's kicking out as well as kicking off.
At the moment, they're just putting him in leg restraints. They've got him cuffed, and he's just been sort of kicking out at the officers that are trying to restrain him, so they're just going to put the leg restraints on.
He may be trussed up like a Christmas turkey, but he's still got plenty to say for himself.
On the shoulder, on the shoulder.
You fucking pricks!
Right.
You fucking push-ups, you fucking pricks!
Right, we'll stand them up.
Aye, fucking pricks!
Now sit in the van.
Nice one, eh?
Sit in the van. Turn around.
Come on. Give me a chance, eh?
The guy's just absolutely refusing to go in the van with the police.
To the van.
You fucking prick. Give me a chance, eh?
Well, even though he's got the restraints on, it's taken 6 of them at the moment to get him into the van.
Now sit up, right?
Fuck off, you silly pricks.
I'm not sure why he's kicked off. He's been lifted for something and he's resisted arrest. You can see the demeanour of him.
Slide him in. Pass.
It's not just that the prisoner won't go into the van. It seems that the van is too small to take him anyway.
Give me a chance, eh?
Step up onto the van.
You fucking prick. Give me a chance, eh?
Eventually, the police concede defeat. They arrange for a bigger van to come and pick up the prisoner, who seems much happier with the new transport arrangements.
Good finds in there. Still
perfect. He was physically he was too large for that smaller van, so we had to get another van where he could walk in. Just the size of him, you see, he's quite a large guy.
Sheena has taken a call about a fight on the outskirts of town.
Can you come on 2 seconds? I'll come back to you. No problem. Oops, it easy. There you are. That's them. Okay, bye. Go ahead. It's reported 20 youths fighting outside. Well, it was given as a chippy shop.
The trouble seems to be dying down, but as Sheena watches, she spots another more sinister flare-up. No. He's got a knife. He's got a... Get off. It's a machete. He's got a machete. Will you look at the camera?
CCTV Cities S01.
He's got a machete.
Yeah, concerning the call to North Junction Street, the fight in progress, there's one male on camera is in possession of a machete.
The operators give the police a description of the armed gang member.
It's him. It's this one here, yeah. This one, it's got the can in his hand. He's got stripes down his tracksuit.
Male with dark top with the white hood, blue tracksuit bottoms with white stripes and white trainers.
He's still got it and it's going to come out.
But until the police get there, Del and Sheena can only keep watch, hoping no one gets hurt.
It is very frustrating because there's nothing really we can do apart from watch it. It's not very nice, but it's the job that we do, so.
As the police approach, the gang try to hide, but the CCTV cameras keep watching.
It looks like he's ditching it. Or he's trying to, he's got the door, right. The stair door's in.
CCTV that sets attending North Junction Street. Looks like they've kicked the stair door in. We'll try and work out exactly which one it is for you.
I don't know what one it is.
How many down from there?
The operators are able to direct the police to where the gang are hiding.
CCTV that sets North Junction Street. It's the stair that you've just stopped at. That's the one where.
And thanks to the cameras, police now have a good idea of where to look.
That's the police now. One of the local officers recognises the description. She's saying that the guy that fits the description stays in a flat in that stair. So hopefully they'll be able to locate him from that.
Police can't enter the flat without a warrant, and there's no trace of the weapon. But because of CCTV, there's enough evidence to prosecute.
Regarding a coloured male brandishing a machete in the street in a threatening manner, do we have good CCTV footage of this, i.e. for identification purposes?
Yeah, that's an affirmative. For your information, it was a meat cleaver he was brandishing, but yeah, there's good images to be able to identify.
It's at moments like this that CCTV becomes a vital police tool.
I don't know how it works, but I would think that they could do something about it because he's in the street brandishing an offensive weapon. But the only evidence there is the CCTV evidence, nothing else.
The man with the meat cleaver was eventually tracked down. He pleaded guilty to possession of an offensive weapon and breach of the peace. He's got 200 hours community service. The man who was too big for the van pleaded guilty to breach of the peace and resisting arrest. He was fined £160. His friend who headbutted a doorman pleaded guilty to similar charges but got a £360 fine. Coming up, it's a happy new year for some. A dangerous one for others.
He's got a knife.
But a thoroughly terrible Hogmanay for one man. The 4-day Hogmanay holiday is about to reach its climax. It's New Year's Eve itself in Edinburgh, and in a few hours the real party will be ready to roll. Hundreds of thousands of people are expected to cram into the city. The drink will be flowing, and everybody hopes the goodwill will be flowing too.
99% of the people that go out on Hogmanay just want to enjoy themselves and just have a laugh and have a good time, which is good to see. That's the sort of whole idea of the event.
For Chief Inspector Kevin Murray, it's the end of months of careful preparation. Now he's relying on good planning and good luck.
In recent years, been the biggest event in the country, and for us to be part of that, it actually means something. It's something special, you know, because there's a lot of people relying on us. They're looking for a good night.
To cope with the huge crowds, the police have set up a second CCTV control room. From here, all the emergency services will be able to monitor the key city centre spaces. The Joint Agency Control Centre, or JAC for short, provides the eyes and ears on the crowd. Everybody's gathering for the night's big event, the firework display.
The number one priority is public safety, and tonight it's the biggest event of the year. We've probably got 45 controllers in here. We've got over 200 cameras we can actually link into just now, so we can see instantly where the problems are.
Meanwhile, the permanent CCTV control room is watching all the rest of the city. There'll be no shortage of partying all over Edinburgh.
Lots of people, hopefully enjoying themselves. But there again, it's not always the case. There'll be somebody who does something stupid, it'll be guaranteed.
As the Hogmanay fever kicks in, some people just can't contain their excitement.
Comical. Now, if you start flashing, there might be a problem. It's just standing looking. Hasn't got a clue. He's happy.
Nearly 100,000 tickets have been sold to the main event in the city centre. There's an awful lot riding on this year's Hogmanay. The wind, rain and appalling weather, which forced the cancellation of last year's official celebrations, have driven a cold draft through the City Hall. There have been difficulties finding sponsors, and unusually, there are still unsold tickets and passes. Edinburgh needs a successful night to safeguard the festival's future. So far, the signs are good.
People have travelled from all over the world to come here and enjoy this, so it's down to us now.
It could be a long night, but a rewarding one.
You look at the whole dynamic of the area, the old buildings, the history, it just lends itself to this. Then you've got the castle in the background there. It is just a fantastic arena, and probably got another hour and a half before the crowd starts to build up to anything like you would expect it to be.
It's not long before the crowds spill out into the surrounding clubs and bars. CCTV is keeping a close eye on them, but at the moment, even the bouncers have caught the party spirit.
Looks like the bouncer's got his kilt on tonight. With his big bother boots.
As midnight approaches, there are a few minor scuffles and disturbances. But in the main, the crowds are much more interested in partying than causing trouble. The crowds, though, have built up. A lot of people are desperate for a good view of the fireworks. They pour into Princes Street, and the Jack has to try and calm things down.
Part of the issue is that the west end of Princes Street has the best view of Edinburgh Castle, and at midnight the fireworks will be ignited from Edinburgh Castle, so the crowd try to get the best point. This causes congestion all along that part of Princes Street, so the event commander has closed the gates into that part of the arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a public safety announcement. Princes Street is becoming congested, particularly around the Frederick Street area.
But none of this really spoils the celebration. It's midnight. It's all gone pretty much according to plan. The crowds are happy. The police are happy.
That's a good end. Things so far have been good. It's been a good fun night. Everybody's still fairly mellow, it seems, at the moment. So we'll just let folk enjoy the fireworks and then just quietly get everybody away home safely.
Happy New Year.
And the goodwill extends to CCTV control.
Already gave you a kiss.
Yeah.
You've already had one.
How did Brian get one?
You got one in the back.
Oh. It's like that, is it?
You got one in the back, that's it.
As the crowds begin to disperse, the Jack can reflect on a job well done.
It's been a very successful night. We had over 100,000 on Princes Street inside the event arena. It went very peacefully. The fireworks went off without any event, and in the end we had 12 arrests and I think 37 ambulance calls with no serious injuries.
The official celebrations are over, and to everyone's relief, it's been a brilliant night. But there's still plenty of time till morning, and plenty of time for those intent on mischief.
The early party hours of New Year's Eve are relatively quiet, but as the hours linger, some of the celebrations turn sour, and that's when the police and CCTV operators have their work cut out.
Indeed, at CCTV control, the night's work is far from over. At first, there's just a series of sporadic small fights.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Thankfully, they can be contained.
I think the drink's now in, and the wit is out.
It's been a long old evening. Some punters are hyped up and ready to lash out at the slightest cause.
CCTV 2 control. Camera 111, we've got a fight about to go off.
The combatants can sleep it off, but CCTV has to stay awake and very alert. Through the early hours of New Year's Eve, the streets are still heaving.
No, just looking at the crowds coming along Cowgate. And they're all still, most of them, happy.
Party people have started to make their way home, some quicker than others.
She ain't going anywhere.
She's not getting up, is she?
Give me a hand. Oh, come on, be gents. One leg at a time. Oops. The ground's moving. She's going nowhere.
Sheena isn't too worried about watching the Hogmanay fun only on camera.
It doesn't bother me, I can have a good time anytime. It doesn't have to be Hogmanay. Oops, what's happening? Somebody's not a happy chappy.
Sheena might be relaxed, but she can't drop her guard. These sort of spats mark New Year's Eve away from the city centre.
It's outside the Spey Lounge. 2 males fighting. Down at the foot of Leith Walk, it's 2 males look like they've been fighting over a canny lager by the looks of it. I think it's quieting down. Guys just split them up.
Despite the peacemaking efforts of this white night, a fight like this can flare up again in an instant. Sheena needs to keep a close watch on the attacker in the hood.
I'm not quite sure if it'll start again if he goes back after him. He's got a knife. Ah, damn it. Go to City Dispatch, see there's a man with a knife. It's a flick knife. He sort of flicked the knife out, went to stab him in the leg area. The knife, he's put back in his back pocket and he's headed off round a corner.
The police need a description of the attacker.
Which male is it that's got the knife?
Yep, the male is roughly 6 foot. He's wearing a green jacket, 3/4 length, jeans and white trainers. There is a female with him, but I've not got a description of her. She ran around the corner.
Sheena reviews the footage to establish clearly what happened.
Right. It was a group of males walking down the road. She chucked the can at him, and then they've decided to have a little barney between the two of them. But then it gets a wee bit more nastier because he pulls a flick knife out. Fair enough if you want to fight, but a slight disadvantage. He's not got the knife out yet. The knife comes out as he walks further up the road. And all I saw was just the body movement. Still there now. His hand's gone into his back right side pocket. And he's looking for it now. That's when the knife comes out there. You only see it for a split second as he tries stabbing him in the leg. See?
The attacker has 2 goes at his victim's leg before calmly walking off.
And he still has the knife in his right hand as he walks away with his female friend.
Thanks to CCTV and the operator's alertness, the police have a description to go on.
Once the tape comes out, we'll get a better facial, but the description should be enough for them to go on just now.
Okay, right, cheers, bye.
But this time it isn't. When the police arrive, the victim and the suspect have disappeared. So any crime is not resolved. Throughout the early hours, the crowds gradually thin out. Although there's a merry few determined to make the most of Hogmanay.
You'll get everybody. They'll just hang about until the cold gets too much for them, probably. There's still plenty of pubs and clubs in Erupts, and they've all got 5 o'clock licences, so there'll still be plenty of people out and about till around about that time. I don't think so, but I'm going to have...
It's nearly 4 o'clock when the serious aggro bursts out.
Oh, go and give him a shout.
Sheena alerts the cops. This angry bunch have found a soft target.
Jesus Christ.
November 10 can attend Waverley Bridge at Market Street, Violet.
Oh, we've got that one. Yeah, roger. X-ray Papa 6, we'll attend that job to Waverley Bridge.
The guy's managed to get up, but he's getting quite a bad kicking while he's on the ground. Oh no, he's managed to get up, but he's in a really bad way.
These heroes are determined to leave their mark. Their victims got no chance, and the end is just as vicious as the rest of it. The pack leave their prey and swagger off. They don't realise that it's all been recorded, and the cops will be hounding them down. At first, the police find their way blocked by crowd control barriers left over from the earlier celebrations.
We're never going to get up there, are we? Just dump it there.
But they can rely on CCTV keeping track of the gang.
If you've got those three, I'll keep an eye on the guy who's had the doing.
As well as watching out for the motionless victim. Officers guided by CCTV chase the gang on foot.
CCTV control, just confirming they're just walking slowly up towards Princess Street at the moment.
The police close in.
Hey, hold these two.
Why is it going?
Yeah, hold her as well. You come here as well. Come on,
you come, mate. Oh, yeah, calm down.
What?
I'm taking it easy. Yeah, calm down.
That's 3 males, 2 females detained just now.
This is all on camera. It's all on camera.
The cops have seized the attackers, but everything is not quite what it seems.
I've done fuck all. Yes.
Coming up, the retribution for a shocking assault.
I got stopped for no reason.
Was he involved in any way?
I'm pretty sure he was, but I'm just going to double check.
Can CCTV sort out the innocent from the guilty? It's New Year's morning in Edinburgh, but if the CCTV crew had ideas about celebrating, that's been spoiled by the violent attack that's just happened before their very eyes. Footage of vicious street fighting and scuffles like this can be unpalatable and very difficult to watch, but for the police, it's vital. It's the key to separating the guilty from the innocent. And no one's admitting anything.
I got stopped for no reason. Next question.
CCTV operator Dell watches as the victim regains consciousness.
Well, basically, as far as I remember, we were coming up the estuary, yeah? And then out of absolutely nowhere, just got kicked in the side, punched in the side, laid to the ground by about 4 or 5 guys, maybe 3 or 4 guys. Hit in the face, kicked in the mouth, and then I'm out cold. I don't know what happened after that. I lost a few teeth, and I'm gonna have to go to what's it called? Surgery or some shit like that. I don't know.
It's left to police and CCTV to sort out what happened.
To CCTV, can you assist with this male with a black jumper on? Was he involved in any way?
From CCTV, I'm pretty sure he was, but I'm just going to double check on our quick playback if I just keep a hold of him just now, but I'm quite sure he was.
Dell goes back through the footage. He knows it will be more reliable than anyone's memory.
Right, this is as we initially picked it up. These are the 3 guys that have been stopped by the police. Now this guy's quite clearly had a kick at him. There's twice when he's on the ground. Aye, he's definitely, aye. That's him.
That's a yes?
Aye, definitely, aye. CCTV at St Waverley Bridge? Yeah, just to confirm, we've looked back at the playback. That guy you've got stopped with a blonde female, he was definitely assaulting the male. Had a good few kicks on him while he was on the ground.
That's one attacker pinpointed, but getting the others is more of a problem.
There's been 2 people assaulted, and it looks like 4 that have assaulted them altogether. It's just to get an idea exactly who's done what, because this guy's been stopped, but I'm not sure. Looking back at it, although he's been involved, I don't know if he's actually done anything.
It seems that one of the gang might be getting a very raw deal indeed.
See, the guy with the blue and white check shirt hasn't actually done anything, has he?
He's not done anything.
CCTV for the sets in Waverley Bridge you're receiving? You've got a big lad detained there in a blue and white check shirt and jeans. We've had a look back at the playback. He's not actually done anything. He's been trying to break it up. Although he was in the company of the males who assaulted the guy, he's not actually taken part in the assault.
The man in the check shirt is released, thanks to CCTV.
It saves the police a bit of work arresting him, and it also saves him spending the night in the cells as well.
His friends don't get away so easily.
The 2 males that we have currently in handcuffs, they were involved in it, is that correct? As well as the female with the blonde hair.
With a light coloured jacket.
Yeah, the 2 males you've got and the female were definitely involved in the assault. There was also a 3rd male. We're going to try and pick him up on camera.
Roger, thanks for that. 3 detentions.
Police are confident that the video footage will nail the attackers.
I mean, the CCTV footage actually catches them carrying out the act itself, so there's enough from that which will corroborate what the witness statements are actually saying, and that'll be sufficient evidence for us to charge them.
The worst New Year celebrations I've ever had, without a doubt. These people have got to be taken off the streets, yeah. I mean, there's no reason for it, you know?
I'll tell you the truth. The boys deserved everything they got away, and I wish they got a better beating. That's what I'm saying. Boys there shouldn't get lifted. But it's up to the police now, eh? Up the year.
This man pleaded guilty to assault. He ended up with £300 in fines and compensation. The same penalty imposed on this one. A 3rd man was never found. As for the girl arrested, her not guilty plea was accepted. By 5 o'clock, most of Edinburgh has made its way home. Some people, though, are really having trouble getting there. This man seems to think he's the designated driver.
If he tries to drive, he's shit-faced if he's trying to drive.
He's anxious to get in and get off home. But is it really his car?
It was like he was trying to get the keys to work in the door, and when he couldn't, he just started battering them against the window and the door.
A brief rest to explore the problem.
Maybe he's having a good pick at his nose. He's enjoying that, like.
Stop his finger.
That's class.
It might be early, but it's time to get down to business.
Oh, weird. He's
hallucinating or sleepwalking or something, man.
Don't know what he's doing.
He gets his lift home eventually, but not in the sort of car he was expecting.
Oh, goodness me.
This man is lucky, though. Lucky he hasn't actually got into any other car. And lucky that the police aren't keen to ruin his Hogmanay and don't charge him.
I want to go home. I'm just tired.
Another New Year, another great party. 500,000 visitors came and left Edinburgh in high spirits. And for the small number of troublemakers, well, the police and CCTV ensured they didn't spoil the party.